What's up guys, this is Danny from Rethink Peer-to-Peer Lending. Welcome back to the first portfolio update of 2026 on my channel. In this video, you will get a transparent look on how my personal portfolio has performed in the last month, and I will also discuss the latest events that have recently happened in the industry. In December, I was able to generate 1,466 euro from my outstanding peer-to-peer portfolio, which ranks as the third highest monthly income I have achieved in more than 8 years, both compared to last year and historically. New personal best income records have happened last month on PeerBerry with 399 euro, on Nectaro with 153 euro, and on Lande with 93 euro. The best overall performance in my peer-to-peer portfolio is coming from Nectaro with 14.91%, followed by Debitum with 14.26% and Afranga with 13.92%. Last month there were a total of 6 new transactions in my peer-to-peer portfolio. On Monefit Smart Saver, 25,000 euro have been withdrawn for a dividend payout, while a part of it has already been redirected to Bondora Go and Grow. In addition, 1,000 euro have been withdrawn from Esketit, as well as 500 euro each from Crowdpeer, Insol Finance and Vinvest. My net deposit and withdrawal ratio for last month was therefore at minus 12,500 euro. The value of my outstanding peer-to-peer portfolio decreased by around 11,000 euro in December, ending the year with a total portfolio size of 191,237 euro. My long-term intended peer-to-peer positions have accounted for 153,052 euro, whereas my short-term and liquidity-focused positions amounted to 38,185 euro. Next up, let's review the most important events that have recently happened in the industry. Just a few weeks ago, during my discussion with Jakub from Peer-to-Peer Empire, I predicted that liquidity will be one of the key topics in the industry in 2026. PeerBerry has now taken the first step in this direction by introducing a secondary market at the beginning of the year. Positive aspects worth mentioning are no applicable fees and the fact that loans cannot be sold at a premium. The secondary market is therefore primarily designed to improve liquidity rather than to maximize profits for sellers or the platform itself. Mintos has recently announced the launch of a new funding round, giving investors the opportunity to acquire shares in the company until February 6. The goal of the funding round is to initiate the next growth phase, which includes an application for a banking license with the European Central Bank. This would mean that a deposit protection of up to 100,000 euro could apply in the future. In addition, Mintos wants to expand its existing investment products by adding crypto assets, individual stocks, and ETFs. Before the end of the year, Nectaro has fulfilled on one of its promises by introducing a group guarantee, although this one doesn't apply for all lending companies. The protection only applies to the Latvia-registered lending company Abele Finance, which provides business loans within its own corporate group. The additional safeguard includes a guarantee agreement from Skylux Travel in favor of Abele Finance, provided on behalf of Twino Technologies. According to my information, there is still a possibility that loans from Moldova will be backed by an additional group guarantee as well. Afranga continues to onboard Bulgarian lending companies by now also adding Tiberos to the mix as well. Tiberos is a car leasing company that was founded in February of 2024 by a group of people who have already been involved with Stick Credit and Lendivo as well. Unfortunately, the unaudited and incomplete financial figures from the management report are making it difficult to assess the company's financial stability. In terms of diversification on Afranga, there are currently better alternatives to find. By adding Baltic Terra to its marketplace, Debitum is now increasing its focus on the forestry industry. In terms of financial metrics, the informative value is still quite limited. On one side, the financial report only covers the period from the company's founding on June 4th, 2025 to October 31st. On the other side, the small balance sheet total is heavily inflated by equity, meaning the KPIs do not provide meaningful insights into the financial performance. Since the same rules apply to all loan originators though, Baltic Terra already achieves a score of 65 points, corresponding to a mid-range rating and a top score on the Debitum platform. Results like these clearly illustrate why the lender comparison should only serve as a guideline to then perform a proper due diligence. The award for the first product innovation of 2026 goes to Monefit SmartSaver. What's hiding behind passive income mode is the ability for investors to now automatically withdraw accumulated monthly interest payments on the first day of the new month. This includes all earnings from the main account, while bonus payments and income from the vaults still need to be withdrawn separately. For investors who rely on regular cash flows from their peer-to-peer investments, this is quite a handy and useful feature, one that I would personally consider also very beneficial on other platforms as well. In recent weeks, I have had a lot of exchanges with the new Twino CEO, who strikes me as a very qualified and driven executive, which is why I am not that surprised to see a lot of positive changes on the platform as of late. After announcing about 6 months ago that no repayments from the ongoing operations in the Philippines were to be expected, Twino was now able to close a deal with a buyer at the beginning of the year, under which all Philippine loans were fully repaid, including accrued interest. Of the approximately 655,000 euro in overdue loans, Twino has contributed an additional 70,000 euro out of its own pocket to resolve the issue without any losses for investors. In addition, another apartment from the real estate portfolio has now been sold, and the outstanding claim rights for Russian loans can now optionally be sold at a 20% discount. From my perspective, Twino has clearly evolved for the better in recent months, which is why I have decided to now reactivate my investment on the platform again. Stay tuned for more information, as I will publish a dedicated video on the platform coming next month. And to wrap up, let's talk about Vinvest as well, where the wait has finally come to an end, although a bit different than initially anticipated. At the beginning of the year, the platform has communicated it will no longer prepare consolidated group statements for the VIA SMS group. Instead, only the audited financial reports of the individual loan originators will be published moving forward. Since the risk for investors is directly linked to the respective loan originator, as long as there is no group guarantee in place, reviewing the financial statements of each loan originator becomes even more important. For this reason, I have analyzed all the annual financial statements of the loan originators represented on Vinvest and published the results on the blog. So this wraps up the first of 12 portfolio updates coming this year. If you want to see more content of mine in the future, then please do me a favor and consider subscribing to my YouTube channel to not miss out on any future videos. Thanks a lot for watching, and I hope to see you guys in one of the next videos again. So long. Bye bye.